This is the Horse Radio Network. This is a special episode of the Stable Scoop Radio Show by Omega Alpha. This found on the Horse Radio Network at stablescoop.com. Kathleen finishes her wild ride of America. This is Glenn the Geek back with you from Lexington, Kentucky, here on this special episode of the Stable Scoop Radio Show. Well, we were notified yesterday on Friday that Kathleen would be finishing her adventure across the country as of today. So we thought we'd catch up with her right after she finished at Liberty Park in New Jersey, looking at the Empire State Building. We have a picture of that on our show notes at stablescoop.com. As regular listeners to the show know, we've been following Kathleen since before she began her adventure in Oregon a long time ago. And now she's finishing up. She made a visit to Liberty Park here this morning and got to see the Statue of Liberty, which is something she wanted to do. And we managed to catch up with her immediately after that with her good friend Mary, who helped organize the ride, who has found her places to stay all along the way. Mary and Jay have been the best of friends during this whole adventure, and they are the ones that also were posting on her Facebook page along with us here at the Horse Radio Network. Her Facebook page is Kathleen's Wild Ride. Here's the final interview that we're doing on her adventure, and next interview we will do will be after she gets back to Oregon, and we'll sort of do a wrap-up hour with her. But for right now, here's Kathleen and her friend Mary, who we surprised her with this morning in this phone call. Well, hi, Kathleen, and congratulations.
Hi, Glenn. Thanks.
Before we get started into your final sort of interview, final day of officially the Kathleen's Wild Ride, I have a special co-host that I didn't tell you about, and your good friend and the person who has helped you entirely along this way, and probably you couldn't have done it without her and Jay, is Mary's on the phone, Mary Bengal.
Hey, Kathleen, we're so proud of you. Kathleen Dodds, what are you doing over there in New Jersey?
I decided to live here. I'm staying.
Oh, we were wondering. Everybody loves you over there. It's time to come home.
Sounds like they want their trainer back, Kathleen.
Yeah, we're all going around in circles. We don't know what to do anymore.
They've been knocking jumps over for 6 months.
That's right. Nobody's raised a jump since 2 feet, and she left 6 months ago.
Kathleen, so you were just at Liberty Park, right? You actually trailered the horses over there so you didn't have to ride through the beautiful town of Hoboken, New Jersey.
Yes, two very kind people, Meta and Claudia, hauled us over to Liberty Park and took lots and lots of pictures.
Yeah, and we're going to post one of those on Facebook today and also on the show notes for this special episode that we're putting out. The way I calculated, Kathleen, you're probably a little over 3,000 miles that you've done. And how many days did we determine that?
Well, we left May 14th, and I have no idea what today is, but it's about just under 2.5 weeks.
Okay, so June, July, August, September, October, November. I have to do it on my fingers. So we're a little over 6 months.
6 months is on the 14th, so it's just under 6.5 months.
And when you left, were you thinking 6 months?
No, actually, I was thinking 4, but, hey.
You had a few stops along the way there.
Yeah.
So tell us how you're feeling right now.
Actually, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm incredibly tired. I'm probably almost as tired as Mary is, but luckily for me, I'm not sick.
I think you're way more tired than I am. I just didn't travel across the country on a horse, but thank you for saying that.
It has been an amazing trip. This has just been such a life-fulfilling journey for me, and it's just been unbelievable the entire way.
I think that, when you remember when we first talked before you left, I kept saying it over and over again, it's the people you meet that are going to make this trip the trip that it will end up being, and I think you found that to be true. Yes,
I did, Glenn. You were right.
Well, I still have belief in America, and I think that, except what you had, one person in the entire 3,000 miles, 6 months turn you away?
Well, actually, yeah, I had one person say no. Actually, in New Jersey, I had a couple others, but that's okay. It just people who like surprised when I showed up at their farm asked if I could stay there, but no, it just one person at point blank said no.
Wow, that's pretty incredible.
It's pretty incredible.
Now, are you still working on the book? You still writing away?
Oh yeah, no, I'm still working on the book. I'll be working on the book probably for another a month or so to finish it and get it rewritten and everything, and then go try to find a publisher for it.
Well, you have to let me know when you get to that point, too, because we know a few people that have us review their books all the time. So we'll have to try and help you out on that. So the plan now is we have to get the horses back. That's where Mary comes in, right?
Oh, yes. Mary is the queen of organization on this trip, and she has been organizing a trailer relay for us, and we have empty legs that we need to fill so that the girls and I can get home.
Yeah, apparently I have a new job as an equine travel agent. I don't know if there is such a thing, but I think we're starting one now.
Hey, Mary, I think it pays as well as your last one did.
Oh, good. Well, then I'll be used to the standard of living, the quality of life. Perfect. It's actually pretty fun.
Tell us what you're needing and what you're doing and you know how that's all going to work.
Well, at this point, Ohio, funny enough, is taken care of. It's funny how certain states have popped up immediately.
Well, Mary, hold on one second. Start from the beginning. What are we trying to accomplish for those that don't know?
Okay, what we're trying to accomplish is trailering Kathleen in the mayor's home, starting from Green Village, New Jersey, is where she's been staying with Mayor and Richard, who's hosted her for a few days. So we've got to get her out of Green Village, New Jersey, hopefully this weekend or as soon as possible. That's the first thing. And we don't have anybody for that trip. And as far as anybody can drive is great. You know, the driver comes first, whatever's convenient for them, and as far as they can go. And then we'll just relay from there. And if people can communicate with me over Facebook to start in a general basis, and then we'll get more specific privately, you know, Facebook messaging and then to my email. And then we can, give contact phone numbers and so forth and get real specific about what works and then transfer them to the next leg and to the next leg and communicate that way. But we need people from New Jersey to Pennsylvania, and then we've got folks set up in Idaho. We have a couple folks, in Ohio, and some people who are kind of online in Indiana. And that's about where we're at so far.
Okay, so if anybody can help with that, the best way is to
contact me over Facebook. Just write on Kathleen's Wild Ride that you're able to help, and then I will get onto your profile, from your message and send you a message. And it'll probably say help from Katie's Wild Ride, and then just answer through there. It'll be perfect.
Okay, and if somebody doesn't have Facebook, they can write to me at Glenn with 2 N's at horseradionetwork.com, and I'll forward it on to Mary. So that's not a problem at all. Kathleen, how are the horses?
They're actually doing pretty good. I think they're kind of hoping that they can stay with Meta and Richard for a while since they keep feeding them constantly.
They're probably gaining weight now that they've stopped here in New Jersey. Well, and your hosts currently, it's Richard, and what's the other name?
Meta.
Okay, apparently they've been good hosts. You spent Thanksgiving with them, right? Yeah, they've been excellent hosts. They are actually taking advantage of my stay by having a lot of things that they don't normally have, like ice cream and pie. So you did get to eat a Thanksgiving dinner then? Actually, no, I didn't, because they had already had plans, and they, unfortunately, they couldn't take me along with them, so I got to spend a nice, quiet Thanksgiving by myself and eat almost a half a pumpkin pie. No bacon cheeseburgers on Thanksgiving for you. Well, it wouldn't be right, and our fans here on Stable Scoop would be upset if I didn't ask, what was the final verdict on bacon cheeseburgers? Where was the best one in the country? Oh man, I can't remember where it was. Mary, you might know better than I do because it was the last time I posted it on Facebook page. We'd have to go back and look, but it had to have been in the Midwest. I thought there was one in Ohio, right before I met you, if I remember right. Yes, actually, it was at the, I want to say the L.A. Diner. Yes, that's what it was. Good memory there, girlfriend. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. It was the L.A. Diner in Akron, Ohio. Canton, Ohio. You're right. We're going to write that down, and we're going to make sure that we're going to make sure that they know that they won the award.
Yeah, you have to stop there on the trip home.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, Kathleen, are you ready to sleep in your own bed?
Oh, gosh, yes. I am very ready to sleep in my own bed.
What's been the most difficult part of this trip, would you say?
For me, the most difficult part has always been I worry about the horses all the time. I mean, it's just I'm always worried about their safety and their health and whether they're going to get enough to eat or the train's going to be too hard on them. So that's always been the hardest part, is worrying about those horses.
And, that just makes you a true horse person. What's been the scariest part of the trip?
Well, in all honesty, the scariest part for me actually has been coming towards the end, because we haven't gotten everything nailed down for how we're getting home.
Right. But then again, Kathleen, if you think about it, you haven't worried about that the last 6 months, where you were going to sleep in the next town, and it all worked out. So it's probably going to work out here too.
Well, I think it will too. I think, everybody has been so amazing on this entire trip, and people have been so excited and willing to help, that I think that the entire trip home will just be another continuation of the ride. We're going to blog about it and Facebook about it the whole way home. And
that'll be another chapter in the book.
Yep, it'll be the final chapter in the book, The Return Home.
Now,
where I'll actually learn everybody's names and remember them, because, we all know how great I am about names.
So was there ever a point in the trip at any time that you were truly scared for any reason, that you went, oh, this is dangerous, I'm scared here?
That was the electrical storm coming out of Little America in Wyoming, when we had all those lightning strikes all around us in the desert. And then a stretch of road into Logansport, Indiana. There was absolutely no shoulder, and the people in Indiana weren't even moving over for us at all, and they were passing us about 65 miles an hour on the highway with about 3 or 4 inches there.
Geez, okay, Indiana, now we're officially declaring you ruder than New Jersey, so there you go.
I have to say that New Jersey drivers have been wonderful about passing us.
I read your blog. I read your blog the other day. The only people in New Jersey that seemed to give you any crap were the police.
Yes.
But not the mounted police.
No, it was only, a couple police in one township, so everybody else has been wonderful.
I think they wanted your horses for some reason.
I guess. I don't want to know what the reason was.
Well, I think that you did it. And, I said on the Facebook this morning, I made a comment on there that Helene and I, sometimes we would just shake our heads. And, we called you nuts a few times. And you know what? You still trudged on. You got this done, girl.
Oh, yeah. Well, and, anybody that has known me for a long time would have smiled and said, oh, no, she'll finish. That's what I do.
Mary, what do you want to ask? Do you want to ask Kathleen anything on the air here, or say anything?
I don't know if I want to ask her anything, but I agree with you. I think we all knew she was crazy, but we knew she would finish it at the same time. Sometimes it takes crazy people to get wonderful things done. So it's been fabulous. We're really glad she did it.
And you're glad she's done.
Yeah, I suppose. But at the same time, like everybody else who's been following her, I'm sad it's over.
Yeah.
But I'm glad we get to Facebook the whole trip home. It's been fantastic. And watching everybody and their comments every day has been so fun to get on the Facebook page and see the new fans and what they've had to say and how it's enlightened everybody else's lives. That's been the best part for Jay and I. It's just been wonderful. It's been wonderful. And thank you, Glenn and Helene.
Well, no problem. And thank you for writing to us many months ago about this crazy woman who was going to take a trip.
You're very welcome. I'm glad Jay did it.
And Kathleen, thank you. We're going to catch up with you once you get home. And when we have more time, we talked about devoting an entire Stable Scoop hour with you, and we'll just sit and chat when you're in the comfy of a warm house someplace over there in Oregon. And we'll just chat about, and then when your book comes out, we'll have to have you back on again, of course.
Oh, of course.
Well, the best of luck, Kathleen, on the journey home. We'll keep in touch as we do on Facebook. Everybody can follow Kathleen's Wild Ride. If you can help with transportation on the way home for any distance, whether it's 10 miles or 1,000 miles, post it on Facebook at Kathleen's Wild Ride, or drop me an email at glenn@horseradionetwork.com. Congratulations.
Go for 1,000 miles.
What's that?
Go for the 1,000 miles, people. Go for the 1,000 miles.
Yeah, I think the horses would prefer that too. Thank you, Kathleen. Thank you, Mary, and congratulations there, girl.
Thanks, Glenn.
Thanks, Glenn. Thank you, Mary. Big hug.
You're welcome, honey.
Well, there was Kathleen from Kathleen's Wild Ride and her friend Mary Bengal and Jay, who helped organize this whole thing and get her across the country. It was an amazing ride. She met a ton of amazing people. She would like to thank all of her supporters. I know that Carrots was providing her clothing along the way, and she had many other people, many, too many to count, and I'm sure will be recounted in the book when she's done with it. She's had so many people donate food and shelter and everything along the way. It's been a terrific adventure for a lady with a lot of guts. Congratulations, Kathleen. I can't think of a better way to take out this special episode of the Stable Scoop Radio Show. By the way, you can find all of our shows at horseradionetwork.com. We have 8 different shows here at the network now, including our new morning show. That's at 9 a.m. Eastern Time every morning, Monday through Friday, for an hour and a half every morning. We're live on the air, taking your calls, just talking about horses. It's a light, lively, entertaining look at the horse world. And you can find us at horsesinthemorning.com. Well, I can't think of a better way to take out this particular special episode than with Marianne Kennedy's song, The Rhythm of the Ride. You can find and buy this music, along with a ton of other horsey songs that Marianne Kennedy does, at MarianneKennedy.com. Here is, dedicated to Kathleen, The Rhythm of the Ride.
The rhythm of the ride, it's a natural high. 2 hearts beating, 4 feet fly. We're moving as one. Hoof beats are the perfect drum to the rhythm of the ride. Everything in life has its own rhythm, like poetry and rhyme, the change of the seasons. It's magical, the timing in creation, the way horses move, it's a perfect groove. The rhythm of the ride, it's a natural high. 2 hearts beating, 4 feet fly. We're moving as one. Hoof beats are the perfect drum to the rhythm of the ride. Yeah. We're a team, my horse and I, as I fall and as I ride.